Very good morning to everyone. In this lecture, CS8601 Mobile Computing, third year CSC department. Here we already discussed the unit 1 is going on. Now today we discuss about the topic time division multiple access. This is one of the multiplexing scheme in digital cellular technology. Now we are going to discuss the further details. In the time division multiplexing utilize the time instant of frequency. Several users share the time slot of entire time available. Each user is allocated a time slot in which it can access the channels. That is a whole bandwidth of for certain amount of time. Again, guard space which now represent the time gap have to separate the different periods. When the sender use the medium in our highway examples, this would refer to gap between the two cords. If the two transmission overlap in time, this is called a co-channel interference. The interference between the two cords resulting in an accident. To avoid this type of interference, precise the synchronization between the different sender is necessary. In each duplex channels, there is a different time channels has individual time slot for forward and reverse time slot to have a bidirectional communication. In this time division, duplexing mode enables every receiver, that is a transmitter and a receiver, to operate as a transmitting signals and receiving signals. This mode is generally used in cordless phone. By the principle of this TDMA multiplexing scheme, the system, the entire radio spectrum is divided into different time slot where a single user is allowed to use the radio channels in a time slot. In TDMA, the digital data transmission and digital modulations are allowed. Many users can access their channels in the respective time slot. The transmission from several users are interlocked into the single frame. Now we can see the frame, that is several users are interlocked into the single frame in TDMA frame format. In this format, the preamble field contains the synchronization and address information. The guard bit are used to allow the synchronization of the different receiver between various frame and time slots. It is assumed that there is n number of time slot for n number of user, so that each user can access the channel in their allowed time slot. Now, what are the features? Features of time division multiple access. Each user in time division multiple access scheme shares same carrier frequency but with non-overlapping time slot. Now we can move to avoid the co-channel interference. The guard spaces are needed both in the time and frequency dimension. For example, GSM. And what are the advantages and disadvantages? It is a better protection against tapping. That is only one carrier in the medium at any time. Protection against frequency selective interference. Throughput high even for many users. And then the disadvantages is the clock frequency, that is a clock synchronization necessary encryption and time division multiplexing. Now we can move to the another one. This is a time division multiplexing scheme of each individual subscriber to allocate the channels with a different time slot. So this is a general structure of the TDMA technology. Now we can move to another multiple access scheme is a code division multiplexing. The CDMA technology, many users share the same carrier frequency. The narrowband message signal is also multiplexed with a spreading signal of large bandwidth. This spreading signal is actually the pseudo random code sequence, and it has a higher chip rate that the data rate of the message signal. Since the same channel is shared by several users, there may be a problem of near pair effect. In CDMA, the main advantages when compared to other multiple access scheme is reduced level of the interference, since each user and subscriber is allocated an individual pseudo random code word that is orthogonal to all other code word of remaining user at the individual range of the signal receiving end. The receiver selectively turns to receive the instant of signal of the user by the proper power control measure are done in CDMA to avoid the near pair problems. Here we can see the structure how all the signal use the same frequency at the same time of transmission. The separation is achieved by assigning each channel its own code. So the guard space are realized by using this code with the necessary distance in code space, that is a orthogonal code. And what are the some features of CDMA multiple access scheme? The spreading sequence are not exactly orthogonal from one user and to another user. There may be chance of self jamming problem in CDMA. This spreading sequence or pseudo random code has to be carefully planned, and then it should be multiplied with message signal. The radio signal strength indicator is being used in CDMA to have the better power control. The CDMA has better soft capacity limit than TDMA and FDMA methods. It has a less interference problems due to the allocation of unique code to each user, and this multiple access techniques is applied for defense area than other multiple access techniques. Now what are the capacity of cellular CDMA and SDMA? The capacity of cellular CDMA technique in this multiple access technique, namely there are different techniques are discussed. Now we can pay attention to the CDMA and SDMA technique with respect to the parameters increasing the capacity of the system. First we discuss the capacity of cellular CDMA system. The capacity of cellular CDMA system can be increased by the primary functions. Number one, it increases in capacity of cellular CDMA system and reducing the interference in the system level. So the capacity is equal to 1 divided by interference. Thus, to increase the capacity of cellular CDMA, different way has to be summarized, which would ultimately reduce the interference between the large number of users. Thus, if there is a decrease in interference, it will produce a linear increase in the CDMA system capacity. Some methods to reduce the interference. Number one, if link performance for every subscriber increases, then the number of user will get decreases, and it will lead to reduction in interference. And its usage of multi-sectoring antenna will produce required partial isolation among the user. Applying dimensional antenna lead to reduce the interference by receiving the signal from only a fraction of user currently available. Using discontinuous transmission mode will decreases the level of interference since this transmitter is turned off silence period in speech signal. Also, by controlling the duty factor of speech signal capacity of CDMA system can be increased. Now this is a simple structure of the CDMA. Now what are the disadvantages and advantages? The advantages is bandwidth efficiency is most increases, no coordination of and synchronization necessity. This is a CDMA in which each channel assigned a unique code which is orthogonal to the code by the other user. So the transmission mode will decreases the level of interference. Now we can move to the capacity of cellular CDMA technology. It controls the duty factor of speech signal capacity in CDMA system. It can be increased. So in this session we are discussing the frequency and also the time division multiplexing and code division multiple access in the multiplexing scheme in analog and digital cellular communication technology. Thank you for watching this video.